ArsenalFanTV up here at the Stadium of Light, looking forward to the game. Arsenal taking on Sunderland. This is a massive game for Arsenal, a must-win game. Let's face it, they're rock bottom. They haven't won a game this season, 2 points so far. And Arsenal, we're flying at the moment. All right, I know the last game against Middlesbrough, we didn't get all 3 points, but you would expect Arsenal to come up here and claim all 3 points. Although, I always caution, we know what it's like. It's the Premier League. It won't be easy. We know that. But if the proper Arsenal turn up, press Sunderland, pressure them, we should win this game. For me, we really got to get stuck in. Now, interestingly, I was looking at Arsene Wenger's press conference this morning. Really interested to see some of the things that he had to say. First of all, the bad news on Lucas Perez, that he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. Let's call it 8, yeah? It's Arsenal. So when it's 6 to 8, it's 8, right? Which is really sad. I spoke to somebody the other day who said to me that they saw him when he came into the training ground after the game the other night, and he was absolutely distraught because he knew that the injury was bad. A really clumsy tackle by that Reading player, that Akinfenwa lookalike. And, you know, you could see at the time it was a bad one, and this is ligaments, and he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. And it might be difficult for him to get back when he comes back because Giroud's on the mend now. So he's going to have to get past Giroud and Alexis. So you can see why he's gutted. He would have loved to have had a run of games, but hopefully he can get well soon. The boss also spoke about slight injuries, he said, to Walcott, which worried me because I didn't know about that. That must be an injury. That must be something he's picked up in training. But he said that they're going to be having fitness tests on Walcott, Cazorla. The encouraging news was that Ramsey is back in the squad, and also Giroud. They're back. Both of them are back in the squad. So that's, we've got such a good squad at the moment. The fact that we haven't missed 2 of these guys that are like 2 of our main players, that last season they were automatic starters in our team, we haven't missed them, shows that at the moment the squad is proving to be very good. But, you know, some little injury concerns. Also a little slight injury concern over Nacho Monreal as well, which again is a little bit worrying. For me, he's been playing really well. But again, the good thing about it is that if he does have a slight injury, we don't have to risk him, because Kieran Gibbs, who was captain the other night, can come on and do a job. So all in all, it's still looking good. It's just a shame about the Lucas Perez injury. Now, I asked you guys if you had any questions to put to us whilst we're up here at the Stadium of Light. Let's get into a couple of them. Northern Gooner, thanks for sending in your message. He said, any chance we'll see Giroud involved again soon? Realise his importance when he's out of the team. Well, I think, you know, as I said, Arsene Wenger said that he's in the squad for tomorrow's game. He came on the other night. He had that chance where he nearly scored from. And I agree with you. He's going to be a very important player. For me, though, at the moment, I would stick with the front 3 that we've got. I like the pacey movement of Alexis Sanchez, Iwobi, Walcott. And for me, at the moment, I would stick with what we've got. However, if there is a slight injury to Walcott, will he change it and maybe put Giroud down the middle and then switch Alexis out onto the right-hand side, or maybe even bring in Oxlade-Chamberlain? Should Oxlade-Chamberlain, as a matter of fact, you know, if Santi's injured, play in the middle of the park instead of having Mohamed El Neni and having Coquelin there, which last week I didn't like that. It slowed the team up way too much. Going to be really interesting to see what happens in tomorrow's game. Cena Sucks says, what are your thoughts on Theo not playing tomorrow? Now, we don't know if he's not playing tomorrow. As I said, what we've been told is that he's got a slight injury and he's going to be doing a fitness test today. For me, if it is an injury, we don't risk him. We know Theo and his record of injuries. We don't risk him. I'd get the Ox in there straight away, playing out on that right flank. Or as I said, what you could do is put Alexis out there and put Giroud through the middle. But I really want to see, up against this defence, that is quite a slow defence here at Sunderland, I'd like to see Alexis down the middle, really getting in behind him. I think he'll have a lot of joy tomorrow. Ash said, should Monreal be risked when he's not on form anyway? As I said just a minute ago, no. If Monreal's got a slight injury, no point in risking him. We've also got the game on Tuesday night against Ludogorets as well. He could play in that one, or he could just have a full week's rest and return back next week. So for me, no point in risking him. Linus Harrington says, was Middlesbrough a blip or proof that people are getting too hyped too early? Oh, I suppose you could say it's a bit of both. You know, it was a blip. We didn't play well, but it was straight after a Champions League weekend. And if you looked at it with all the results at the weekend, Manchester City dropped points when you expected them to win. Tottenham dropped points when you expected them to win. There was a lot of funny results last week which featured teams that have played in Europe during the week. So I think it is a bit of a blip. It was disappointing because we all wanted to win that game, but I think I would put that down to a blip. Are we getting too hyped? Maybe we are getting a little bit too hyped. We've got to keep our feet on the ground. It's been a good start for Arsenal, but there's some big tests coming up in November. Manchester United away, Tottenham at home, PSG at home. Real solid testing games all coming back to back. If we come through that, I really am going to start dreaming. If we come through that, you know, then I'm going to start saying, you know what, this is a different team. I feel good about the team at the moment, but I don't want to get carried away. I'm really keeping it restrained because I know that, you know, there's tougher tests to come. Even in December, Man City, teams like that, we've got West Ham away. So let's just keep our feet on the ground. It's been a great start, but still a very, very long way to go. I mean, 2 weeks ago, Man City had won the league, right? Now look. So let's just keep our feet on the ground. But it's been a great start. So how are you guys feeling about the season? Very interesting question. Is it too much hype? Or are you genuinely excited with what you've seen so far? Leave it in the comments below. I also want to know what you think the starting 11 should be for the game here tomorrow. Put that in the links below as well. But looking forward to the game. Up here at the Stadium of Light, the sun's come out. You don't see that a lot up here. And yeah, it should be a great game. It's a vital game for Arsenal because last weekend we had a great opportunity against Middlesbrough, another team that was down the bottom, that haven't been playing very well. We had a great chance at home to get 3 points and basically we blew it. Luckily for us, everybody else around us kind of blew it as well. City slipped up, Spurs slipped up, you know, so we're still up there. We're still like, you know, sort of in second place, but on the same amount of points as Manchester City.